Hey there, Sharon Horne-Ellstrom here. Welcome to the Let's Grow Annual Challenge Day 111, 111. Today we are talking about physical growth like we have been this entire month, and exercise, activity, movement, getting our bodies going, physically doing things that enhance our health and make us feel better. So why do we want to exercise? I'm going to talk about why do we want to exercise, what are some of the excuses we use to not exercise, and how do we overcome those, and then why it's important. I think I said why it's important. And then certain things that we can do to make it more fun and us want to get moving and have some physical activity and exercise and movement in our life, as well as our action item today. Our action item today is going to be, what is one thing you're going to do today to get moving, get active, exercise? Share in the comments below so that we can learn from one another and get more ideas. I'm always looking for more ideas of things that I can do that would be fun and creative and exciting and new and different with respect to exercise and movement and activity. I have had arthritis since my 20s, so it's important that I move. I usually don't want to move, but it's really important that I get my joints and my body moving so that it's like a creaky, rusty pipe or chair in the morning. You get up and it's creaky, but as you get moving and as you rock and as you keep going, things go more smoothly. And so for me personally, it's critical that I get up and I get moving and I exercise and I'm active. For some people, it's almost impossible. There's always something we can do, even if it's just batting our eyelashes or something. There's some kind of movement that will help get things in our body moving and going. Exercise is critical for our physical health. It's important for our mental health and well-being. One of the best ways to reduce stress and anxiety and depression and things like that is to get outside in the sunshine or the fresh air, even if it's raining, and go for a walk. It doesn't have to be a long walk, just get out and breathe, which is getting us moving. It also positively impacts our longevity. Physical activity, being in shape, movement, activity, engaging with other human beings and things helps us to live a longer, happier life. How do you go about incorporating activity and physical exercise and things into your life? First and foremost, find something that you enjoy doing. Experiment with different things. Try different sports. Try different activities. Try different groups and things that make you feel good. And do the things that feel right for you. And explore and be curious. Set realistic goals. Don't be like me and set a goal that you're going to exercise every day for a year when you haven't exercised in a decade or two. But guess what? I did that, right? Because it worked for me. But everybody in my life told me that that was absolutely crazy and an unrealistic goal. And I think it was 8 or 9 years later when I actually missed one day of exercise. I don't remember why. I think I couldn't walk. So I missed a day of exercise. So I did some stuff in bed, but it didn't count toward my usual, I got to exercise at least an hour a day in my own mind, in my own goals, right? Is saying you're going to exercise every day for the rest of your life a realistic goal? Probably not, because something's going to happen where you get sick and sleep through a day or something, or you miss that 24-hour block. I do a meditation app, and it counts the number of days that you do things. And I was traveling, and I missed the cutoff time because I didn't know when it was. And so I didn't meditate in that 12-hour period, and I lost my count. So then I just started over again and got it up to another like 600 days or something. What are our biggest and favorite barriers to exercise? I will call them barriers to exercise to make us feel better, but we know they're just excuses, right? Lack of time. I was always super duper busy in my 30s and 40s, probably my 20s, 30s and 40s, but my 30s and 40s for sure, because I was raising my family and working and running businesses. And so guess what? We don't have a lack of time though. Every single human being on the planet gets the same 24 hours in a day, depending on what time zone you're in, but we each get 24 hours in a day. We don't know how many days we're going to have. So that's kind of a lack of time. But the truth is, it is a priority challenge or a priorities issue, not a lack of time that prevents us from exercising. If it's important to us, we use our time to do those things that are most important to us. So we just have to decide if taking care of ourselves and moving and having exercise and activity and movement in our life is a high enough priority to supersede other things. You don't not take care of your family or yourself because you want to go exercise for 6 hours a day and you're not feeding your kids. That's not an option, but we do set priorities. And so time is a It's an excuse we all use, but it's probably not a very valid one. And I think smart people are starting to see through it. And if you say, oh, I just don't have time to do that, I'm too busy. And I still say that a lot when people request things of me on social media. I'm like, I don't have time to get on a 15-minute call with you. And really, I could make the time if it was super duper imperative and important to me and I needed to do that because it was moving my other goals and objectives ahead. But most of the time, it's just somebody hitting me up trying to sell me their product or service, and I don't have time for their 15-minute sales pitch, not because I don't have 15 minutes that I can make in a day, but because it's not matching my goals and my priorities. I guess I should probably say that. You know what? This doesn't match my goals and priorities right now, so I'm not going to make time for it instead of saying I'm busy. But it's kind of socially acceptable to say that you're busy. And finally, some of us have, I guess I have two more things. One is low motivation, and that again comes to priorities topic. And is it important to me to take care of myself physically? Is it important enough that I'm going to make and get the energy to do some kind of an activity? Again, it doesn't have to be a lot. You can lift weights while you watch your favorite TV show, or you can jog in place or do what are muscle tension exercises called, while you're sitting and watching something or eating dinner. Just get creative with it, and you get more and more motivated. As you get success with things, you get more motivated with them. At least I do. And then finally, some of us have physical limitations that make certain activities challenging or difficult, and others maybe not accessible to us. I have bad joints, but I've learned through years of practice, I have to get my joints moving. So I'm motivated to get them moving because I know that it hurts in the beginning, but once I get moving, it's better. And then I also can't see very well, so I can't drive to go to places these days. I'm not allowed to drive, which is a good thing, believe me. So some of us have physical limitations that we need to work around, but guess what? We're only limited by our imagination when it comes to coming up with activities and things that are good for us. So again, Bella's story is in guide 2 of the Let's Grow Annual Challenge private Facebook group page. Again, our action item is to just commit to one thing you're going to do today that is movement, activity, or an exercise. Share that in the comments below so we can get ideas from one another. Otherwise, have an awesome day, and I will, of course, be with you tomorrow.